Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, this is the Super Bowl show, essentially looking at the Super Bowl matchup between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles based on analytics. Each week, I collect all of the current 2017 NFL team data in order to analyze and project potential NFL performance. And since it's a weekly collection, there's always going to be some variation between various variables. However, there's always going to be little nuggets of truth that could become bigger nuggets of truth as the season continues. So stick around as I analyze each week's matchups based on analytics. And if you are new to the channel, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So starting with this matchup, of course, between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. When you look at the NFL stat basic comparison data, and basic comparison data is essentially the basics. It's looking at how the offense has performed this year, how the defense has performed, and of course how the special teams has performed. And based on data, the team that has the best overall statistical information is the Philadelphia Eagles. I know a lot of you guys are going to probably in the mentions about this stuff, but the Eagles are just a much stronger football team. So let's get into some reasons as to why. There definitely are some things that the Patriots do better, but the Eagles just have a more well-rounded football team. So first off, there's no surprise that the Patriots do have the better offense. The Patriots are better in terms of not turning the football over as often. The Patriots are better in terms of allowing less sacks. And they're also better when it comes to offensive score percentage, which is just the ability to put points on the board on every individual drive. So again, from that standpoint, the Patriots do have the better offense. But the Eagles, and what gives the Eagles the advantage in this game is that the Eagles have a substantially better defense. The Eagles have better defensive offensive score percentage, meaning that they prevent points a lot better than the Patriots defense does. The Eagles also are better in terms of creating turnovers on defense, interceptions on defense. The Patriots are better when it comes to sacks, but the Eagles are better when it comes to those two main things, creating turnovers and preventing points. Those are big key situations in this game that I think are going to have a major impact in this game. So most Super Bowl winning teams, typically speaking, are the teams that had the better ability to create turnovers and the ability to prevent points. And the fact that the Eagles have that in this game is what makes them very intriguing to be the winner in this game, despite all the hype about the Patriots and Tom Brady and all the other kind of stuff. Lastly, when you get to special teams data, so we're looking at things like punt return yardage, field goal percentage, stuff like that. The Eagles have had the better punt return yardage. Patriots have had better kick return yardage. Defensive punt return yardage and defensive kick return yardage more so favors the Patriots as well. Field goal percentage favors the Patriots. Extra point percentage favors the Patriots. And punting average favors the Eagles. In many ways, the Patriots do have the better special teams because of the field goal percentage. This is a very close football game, meaning that it's 3-point difference, a game-winning drive with a field goal at the end, that kind of thing. The Patriots are more likely to hit those or basically make those three-pointers than the Eagles, which kind of gives them the advantage when it comes to special teams data. But overall, the Eagles have the better overall team just because of the fact that they have a better defense, a substantially better defense in many ways compared to the Patriots. And it's not to say that the Patriots are terrible or bad or anything else like that. These are both very strong football teams. But the Eagles are slightly favored. Again, they have that edge because of that defense. And most Super Bowl winning teams have the better defense. So that's what makes this game really interesting, is that dynamic of the Patriot offensive-driven team and the Eagles more balanced team, to see who actually wins this game, because it's very interesting, the dichotomy here between both these teams in terms of who's going to win it. Is it going to be overwhelming offense that wins it, or is it going to be the defense? Because that is a big factor in this game. Then, of course, when you get to some smaller matchups, so now we're getting to some micro matchups, situational football, as Bill Belichick likes to put it. When you look at the Patriots offense versus Eagles defense when it comes to completion percentage data, based on this information, the Patriots and Eagles are basically a dead-on tie on first down. The Patriots have the advantage on second down, and the Eagles have the advantage on third down. So it's realistically a tie between both these teams. There's certain downs and distances where one team kind of does better than the other, but I think this is actually going to be the matchup, is the Patriots offense versus the Eagles defense. I think that is going to be the key matchup to follow and pay attention to in this game. Then, of course, you look at the Eagles offense versus Patriots defense, where based on this information, the Patriots have the advantage on second down and third down in this game, but very slight advantage on third down in terms of this particular data. So very interesting sort of scenario here, but the Patriots do have the advantage in terms of second down and third down when it comes to completion percentage data. Then, of course, you get to rushing down. So this is first down conversion rate with the run in terms of various downs and distances. Based on this information, the Eagles defense has the advantage on first and third down. It's important to note that first down conversion rate with the run has nothing to do with yardage or explosive plays like 20-yard, 40-yard runs. It mainly just has to do with the ability to convert first downs with the run in various downs and distances. And based on this particular scenario, I think the Eagles are going to have a lot of success doing that when you look at how the Eagles perform on first down and third down when it comes to their run defense. Then, of course, you look at the Eagles offense versus Patriots defense when it comes to rushing downs. And in this particular area, the Eagles are favored in terms of first down and third down situations. So again, those are the two big areas where the Eagles have a lot of success here. Then, of course, you get to passing downs, where the Eagles actually have the advantage here in terms of first down situations and third down situations. The Eagles defense has the advantage when it comes to preventing the pass in those situations in terms of preventing first downs. So again, this is going to be the matchup to watch in this game, is the Patriots offense versus the Eagles defense, because the Eagles are a fairly strong defense in their own right, and they're going up against a Patriots offense that does have some weaknesses in certain downs and distances. Then, of course, you look at the Eagles offense versus the Patriots defense when it comes to passing downs. And in this area, the Eagles are actually favored in terms of first down and third down. The one area of the Patriots defense that actually does work is third down. But I think the fact that the Eagles have the advantage on first down and second down means that they're going to be able to get some big plays, some big chunk plays and stuff like that. I think that's going to have a major influence in terms of Nick Foles and how he does in this game, because there is an opportunity for him to have a lot of success in terms of first down and second down. Then, of course, we get to sack rates between the Patriots offense and the Eagles defense. In this particular area, the Eagles are favored in terms of first down and second down. Continuing the theme that this game is really going to come down to the Eagles defense versus the Patriots offense. The Eagles have a very good likelihood of getting sacks on first down or sacks on second down. And I'm not going to say that that's the kryptonite, if you will, of Tom Brady, but it's definitely something that he's never been the best of dealing with, is tons and tons of pressure in his face. He's never been that amazing when it comes to that, especially if there are breakdowns and he starts to get hit and get sacked and stuff like that. And, of course, look at the Eagles offense versus the Patriots defense when it comes to sack rate, where the Eagles offense is favored in terms of second down and third down situations, which, again, reiterates the point that the Eagles are not too shabby either when it comes to preventing sacks. I think if there is going to be a sack, it's going to come on first down, but I don't foresee that many sacks for the Patriots in this particular game against this Eagles offensive line because of these particular situations. Then, of course, you get to interception ratio between the Patriots offense and the Eagles defense, where the Patriots offense is favored in terms of first down and second down. But if there was one key down and distance to pay attention to, it is third down. The Patriots have not been that amazing when it comes to their interception ratio on third down compared to the rest of the NFL, whereas the Eagles have been one of the better teams in terms of getting interceptions on third down, which, again, continues the theme that when it comes to this particular game, the Eagles defense, if they do what they need to do, that could be a major deciding factor in terms of who wins the Super Bowl. Then, of course, lastly, you get to the Eagles offense versus the Patriots defense when it comes to interception ratio, where the Eagles are pretty much favored in terms of first down, second down, and third down situations. The Eagles are just not that amazing in terms of creating turnovers, interceptions, etc. So this just kind of favors the not the Patriots, but the Eagles, because very unlikely that the Eagles will throw interceptions and picks and those other sort of things. Lastly, before I end the video, I wanted to get into some DN/OT matchups, because when it comes to the Super Bowl, those seem to be the biggest deciding factors for me. When you think of the Panthers, for example, going up against the Broncos, and you had all the sort of issues they had in terms of stopping Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, for example. And in this particular game, there are a lot of situations where the Patriots might have some issues stopping some guys. So I wanted to highlight the DN/OT matchups when it comes to basically athleticism data. What you're looking at right here is EXP is explosive, lower body strength score, speed score, and flexibility score. In the description, it'll go over what those scores mean, but essentially it's the explosive ability of a player, the speed for their size, and then the flexibility for their size is basically what these data points are looking at. And again, the higher the number, the better they are. And if a player has a higher number than another player, that means that that player has an athletic advantage. When you look at Nate Solder versus Vinny Curry, not that big of a disparity here based on data. In fact, also when you look at Derek Barnett versus Nate Solder. So for the most part, I don't foresee a lot of issues for the Patriots when it comes to Nate Solder and versus Derek Barnett and Vinny Curry. But where I do have issues, where I do have concerns, is with Cameron Fleming versus the Eagles defensive ends and Brandon Graham, because just look at the disparity here between Brandon Graham's speed and flexibility versus Cameron Fleming's speed and flexibility. That is scary. I mean, that's Michael Orr, Mike Reamer's status, Panthers, Broncos, Super Bowl status. Like, that is just a gigantic mismatch. And of course, you know, when you have Brandon Graham here, and then lastly we have Chris Long, where he's even more athletic when it comes to explosive lower body strength score with a very good speed score and a very good flexibility score. So that is the key matchup to watch in this particular game, is Cameron Fleming versus Brandon Graham and Chris Long, because of that massive athleticism difference. So if there are going to be sacks, if there's going to be a major play done in this game that's going to like impact this game, it's going to be against Cameron Fleming, because he just does not have the athletic profile necessary to deal with this. And there are ways to mitigate this. You know, you put a tight end on that side and block. You could scheme stuff up so that Tom Brady is rolling out to his left instead of his right. But the bottom line is that this is going to be the big sort of matchup when it comes to offensive line versus defensive line that could have a major impact in this game, because of the massive disparity between the athleticism of Philadelphia's defensive ends versus Cameron Fleming of the Patriots. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. Hit that notification button so that you're always reminded when another video of mine drops. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.